Hey everyone, Jackie here with Enjoying Life's Journey. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following us, you may have noticed that we haven't posted any videos the last 2 months. And if you're new, then welcome. I'm going to give just a quick update of the things that have happened over the last 2 months when we weren't posting and kind of give you a little layout of how the channel will go moving forward. Last year we went through the journey of getting out of debt, and we ended up purchasing and renovating an RV, and we took to the full-time traveling RV living lifestyle with our 2 daughters. Now we are no longer in the RV and we are no longer traveling full-time. If you remember, we had some of our budget videos. I had mentioned that the RV still had a lot of work to be done. Also, if you guys saw, we did a reality check video after we'd only been on the road for about a month, where we had a lot of things going on with the RV, and we spent a lot of money to get things fixed that never actually fixed anything. When we were traveling, we also spent some more money that either didn't fix it initially or it ended up getting messed up again. So we originally were going to spend our tax refund to fix hopefully everything on the RV and to continue traveling at least for another year. And the goal was basically, because the original goal was that we would be able to live off of our tax refund for, at least half of the year, and then we'd do a few of our work camping jobs again. However, we were going to have to spend that tax refund on fixing the RV, so we were going to come back here. We're back in Arizona. We were going to come back here and work for about 6 months and live in the RV, and then travel, get back on the road. However, as time went on, my heart was telling me that not to put any more money into the RV. It wasn't, basically the RV was not drivable. It was in a very bad state, and we would have spent a couple more $1,000s fixing it. I just couldn't do it. It was just, like I said, it was a roller coaster. Ricky and I were going back and forth about doing it. So we ended up leaving the RV in Texas and packing up the car and driving back to Arizona. And we contemplated maybe getting the RV fixed just enough to get it to Arizona so then we could continue to live in it. However, we checked out, we wanted to be back in Mesa, basically the middle of the valley. And none of the RV parks were worth. I wouldn't want to live in any of them. They were basically just a parking lot. And I kept going back to my heart saying not to put any more money or time or emotion into the RV. So it was a very tough decision, and I know I'm going to have a lot of crazy comments. But that's kind of why we didn't share it as well. I didn't share the journey. I didn't film any of it. Ricky and I came to a conclusion that we were gonna kind of just regroup. And the reason we chose to come back to Arizona is that's where our support team is. If you guys saw when we renovated the RV, we have a lot of friends who supported our journey, and a lot of them even said, just this was a test run, and you guys will get back out there if you want to. And so we'll see, but either way, we ended up, a friend of a friend actually has some property in Texas, so he actually went and towed the RV to his property, and we ended up basically giving him the RV. Like I said, it was not drivable. I did not want to put any more money into it. We did get some money. He did buy the tow dolly and some things off of us, and we were able to get the majority of the rest of the belongings that we wanted to keep with us. So again, it was a lot of decision making, and that whole process took a couple weeks of just deciding what to do, getting the rest of our stuff, getting the payment from this guy, signing over the title, and doing all of that. In the same time, Ricky was looking for a job, and so he actually got hired on for, it's Labor Ready or People Ready, you guys may have heard of it. So he got hired on with them as a temp to hire, and he's in doing like construction type jobs, and he actually, a project right now that they're working on, that's 6 months to a year project, and he got hired on there doing they're basically he's learning, he's an apprentice now on learning how to do pipe fitting, which is really cool. So the trip was good. It was a good 6 months trip. Basically, we were able to visit his mom, his brother, my mom, my brother, my cousin. The girls were able to meet a bunch of new friends. We made a bunch of new friends. We actually got to meet some of our fellow YouTubers out there. We met Montagazi Travels, which is another RVing family who is actually mixed American and Filipino like we are, just opposite. Husband's American and the wife is Filipino, and they're actually in the Philippines now, so they've been doing a lot of videos there. So we got to meet them. When we worked in Kentucky at Amazon, we got to meet Adventure Van Man when we were working in Sugar Beet Harvest, and we actually got to meet some of our viewers as well at the Sugar Beet Harvest. So it was a really cool experience. We got to travel around, and out of that whole 6 months, we only had to work maybe 2.5 of those months. So I would not say it was a failed trip by any means. Lessons learned though is that the RV we purchased was just, it wasn't ready. There was a lot of things that we found out after we started driving it that were wrong and that were covered up. So we didn't see them when we initially purchased the RV, and it wasn't until we put some miles on it that those things started coming out. So that was kind of a lesson learned there. A lot of people might think we spent a lot of money purchasing it and renovating it. When it was all said and done, by the end of the year, we spent the same amount of money we would have spent if we had been living in our rental house that we were living in before we hit the road. So we didn't spend anything more, and like I mentioned, we had almost 6 months of not having to work in addition of traveling and getting to do that. So all in all, the trip and the experience was great. It was that last little bit deciding that it needed to be put on hold or maybe reevaluated was tough. It was really tough for me. I'm sorry, I don't want to get all choked up. So that was just kind of, so long story short, sorry you guys, basically we're no longer traveling full time. We're no longer living in the RV. We have found an apartment here, so we're back in Mesa, Arizona. We are back surrounded by our support group with our friends and some of our family out here, and Ricky's back working. He's actually making more money than before we hit the road, and again, that's from having that experience at the Sugar Beet Harvest and getting certified to run the skid loader and things like that. So he was able to get out of a job that wasn't paying him very good, that he wasn't that happy about, and learn some other career opportunities and some other skills, and now he's making more money. And because they just put him as an apprentice, he is looking to get another raise here, and then like I mentioned, he's temp to hire, so he should be getting hired on permanently with this company, and he's getting trained to do pipe fitting for free. Basically, he's getting paid to be trained, which is really cool. If you remember, at the beginning of the year, we did a video mentioning that we are going to read one new book each month, and we're going to implement some of its practices or its ideas into our life to improve different areas of our lives. I've talked about this in other videos, but basically you have like your wheel of life. Some people have 8 sections, 10 sections, it's really up to you. I've kind of divided ours up into 12 sections, and that way we're able to read a different book on a different section. So at the beginning of the year, we had 3 books. We did The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and I kind of categorized that as a personal development type book. Then we had our 21-day total body transformation for the Primal Blueprint, and that one was basically like a health fitness type section. And then the third one was Dave Ramsey's Complete Guide to Money, which I have not done a video on because that was during one of our months that I wasn't filming, so I may go back and touch briefly about what we've implemented from that book. But that was a finance section, personal finance, if you will. So we do have 3 new books for this quarter, so I'll be talking about those in another video. We're going to continue to talk about the books. We're going to continue to show how we're implementing them in our life. So really, where we live is kind of irrelevant to where we're taking the channel anyways. And then, so I kind of, a little bit about what the schedule is going to be. If you notice, Monday I posted a small audio film, if you will, of Jim Rohn on why it's important for us to have goals. And so what I want to start doing is try to every Monday, I want to do something like that for you guys, and I'm just going to be calling it like mentor motivation. Okay, so we're going to have those, and we're going to be having some of my mentors talking about those 12 areas of our lives that we can work on, kind of get a little glimpse of what they think about that topic. And then on Wednesdays are going to be our videos of maybe behind the scenes, or again, me here talking to you guys, giving an update, but showing you how we're implementing the things that we're learning in these books and applying them into our life. And then Fridays I want to do as kind of like a book club discussion type videos. I'm going to go into the 3 books that we are talking about on Friday a little more in depth and give you guys links so you guys can purchase those books. And then we're going to start going in. We'll have a reading schedule, and then each week we'll come and we'll join in on some discussion about those books. Within those discussions, I would like for you guys to also put your book recommendations in the comments below once we start doing those. So for this video, in the comments below, please leave us any questions that you have. We're going to start doing a quarterly Q&A, or at least I'll be doing a quarterly Q&A. And that's another thing too, is you may not see much of Ricky in the videos. Like I mentioned, he is working full-time again. And you guys kind of saw that it wasn't really his thing to be on camera that much anyways. It was kind of my thing. I enjoy doing this. So yeah, so he's working. I'll be doing this for you guys. Yeah, so I want to try to do things as like a quarter, kind of categorize things as like a quarterly section. So we have our quarterly book list, we'll do our quarterly Q&A, and then for you guys who are watching my budget with me videos, I will continue to do the budget with me videos, but I'm going to be doing them out as a quarter. So we'll be budgeting out 3 months at a time, and then instead of having a separate budget with me and then an income expense report, we're just gonna budget it all out for the quarter, and then at the end of the quarter maybe we'll do a little recap of how we did. We'll kind of see how that is. So for this video, please leave me your questions. They could be about any of the book choices we've done, any of the other challenges, book challenges that we've done. It could be about the RV, it could be about getting out of debt, it could be about whatever you guys want to ask. And then sometime this quarter we will do a Q&A video for those questions. But you guys, I really want to say thank you for all of my viewers who have checked in on us to see how we're doing, and for all of you who are new, I really hope that you join us in our book discussions, and I'm here hopefully to inspire you guys and to help you guys start designing your level 10 life and start working on all those areas of your life as well. So again, leave me the questions in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye.